Hey, this is Mike in the Film Lab on thesubstream.com, and this is the Gear Guide, made in conjunction with the really cool, spectacularly helpful, and great-smelling people at White's Interactive, who have let us get our hands on these puppies. Yeah, they're lamps, okay, but they're not normal lamps. In fact, these lamps laugh at your puny tungsten lamps and their puny tungsten technology and horrible orange color temperature. These are H.M.I. lamps. The H.M.I. stands for hydrogen, it stands for humdijdar, it stands for hydrogen medium arc iodide lamps. The humdijdar part is actually Latin, I guess, for mercury, just to make everything as confusing as possible. Come back down with me. Now what these lamps do is they use a little electric arc inside a sealed quartz glass envelope to excite a bunch of trapped pressurized gases, which in turn emit a spectra of light. Basically, they shoot out light that's the same color as the sun, meaning that these lamps that you plug in inside are basically daylight color temperature lamps. I know, how cool is that? That means they're really useful for all kinds of production scenarios where you have to match your artificial light to the sunlight. Like when you're shooting outside, you need to punch something up. Or when you're shooting in the fabled saloon we talked about last week, where you've got sunlight coming in through a bunch of windows and you have to light characters inside. When you match color temperatures, when you know you're going to be shooting with the sun, it means that you don't have to correct tungsten lamps, which means you don't have to be inefficient, which is another area, efficiency, in which these lamps excel. Okay, check this, all right? There's this concept. Are you ready to go up with me one more time? There's this concept called luminous efficacy. Okay, come back down with me. What that basically is a way of expressing more or less how efficient a lamp is. It's a measure of the lumens, which is a unit of the amount of light, per watt of electricity. Now, tungsten technology is really old and it's really inefficient, meaning you can get out about like maximum 18 lumens per watt of electricity. But these things, they almost quintuple that, meaning you need less electricity to light the same scene, meaning you're not blowing fuses in your mom's friend's house when you shoot there. One drawback, though, is that because these things produce light that's the same color as the sun, they also produce UV radiation the same way that the sun does. Which is why all of these lamps have these glass UV filters in front. If they didn't have those, you would get cancer from them. And they also, while they use less electricity to make light while they're running, need really high voltage to get going, meaning they can be a little bit dangerous to work around. More dangerous, say, than your average tungsten light. But we all know you're going to be careful around any light on set anyway, so it shouldn't be a problem. Join us next week in the next episode of the Gear Guide for how to actually plug these things in and how to use them on set.